YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review and a look with the newest palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and that is their Haunted Pumpkin palette. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post a picture of the palette when I received it. It was released on Black Friday, which is weird. I don't know if they were having like supply chain issues or whatever, but they decided to release this on Black Friday, even though it is definitely a Halloween palette. The color story of this palette is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I am going to do a bit of try to do a little bit of a smoky eye. I'm going to try to incorporate as many shades in this palette as I can. Probably not, but I do want to use some of the oranges. I want to use that brown. I want to use some of these greens. So we're going to get started. I have already, oh sorry, my foundation fell over. I have already primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Caffeine. And makeup, my foundation and stuff is already done from a previous video. So we are going to jump right in. And we hope this is a good shade lipstick for this. So I am going to go in, and I need my little microfiber cloth here, into my crease with the shade Starless and Somber. And that is this shade right here. It's like the lightest orange in the palette. And if I did not mention, this palette is still available on the Give Me Glow website. I have to take this film off this mirror. It is available on the Give Me Glow website. And they did mention that the shade Hail to the Pumpkin King, which is this shade right here, is a pressed pigment, and which means it might stain your eyes, I think, or I don't know if that means that it's not eye safe, but it is a pressed pigment if that matters to you. And this palette is also vegan and cruelty free. So we are going to jump in and pray for not a lot of fallout, because my base is already done. And this is the Starless and Somber shade. And that is going to be my transition shade. And it does come off a, oh, let me zoom in just a bit. It does come off a little bit brighter. Okay, perfect. I mean, a little bit darker on my lid than it looks in the pan, which is fine because that means it shows up on my eyes. So this is Starless and Somber, and I'm going to go in with Follow My Shadow, which is a little bit of a brighter orange, and that is this one right here, Follow My Shadow. And I'm going to put that like tightly into the crease. Yeah, so we'll put that here and not go too far up. Maybe like hit the bone right here, right up under it. going to go in with another matte shade on the lid, and that is going to be the shade Do Not Carve, and that is this deep brown shade here, and that's going to go on my lid. I think I'm going to try something a little different here. Like I am, yeah, you'll see. Actually, what I'm gonna blend it with is gonna be Hail to the Pumpkin King.
Told lies. I can only hope that Santa Claus and my records agree.
Alright, so I think
This year Santa's coming home to me.
alright, and let me just take this little brush here and go back into Starless and Somber and just kind of lighten that up a bit. Alright, and then I'm going to take the shade Did You Hear That, which is this shade here, and I'm going to put that like in the center of the lid. I'm going to use my finger. Actually, I kind of like it a little bit more over the whole lid. Just leave a little bit of that black peeking out. And I'll use this and just kind of just put a little bit more here.
Trust me, I'm waiting up for you. Coming down my chimney on Christmas Day. We'll be side by side to see. This year Santa Claus is coming home to me. Yeah, this year Santa.
All right, and I am going to take a pencil brush and use the shade Urban Legend right here, and I'm going to go to the inner corner and a little bit up under the lower lash line. this one does not, let's see, seem to pick up on a brush very well. Do I have any? I don't have my spray here. I was going to wet the brush. Let me grab my spray. Alright, so just spray my brush with a little bit of Mehron mixing medium. And that makes all the difference. And we'll bring that down some. Let's go back in on the outer section with Do Not Carve again. And bring a little bit of that back. All right, and I am going to bring a little bit more orange under the lower lash line, but I'm going to use the shade Pumpkin Possession, and that is the shade in the middle at the top right here. Alright, and we're going to go with Do Not Carve one more time under here. Alright, I am going to do my mascara and my eyeliner, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back, and this is the look, only because I wanted to try and use like as many colors out of the eyeshadow palette as I can. We will do some quick swatches. I am going to swatch Did You Hear That, which is the sort of teal color that I put on my lid. Pumpkin Possession I put under the lower lash line, deserves to be on the lid. Urban Legend I put in the inner corner, also deserves to be on the lid. And those are the three metallic shades. I am going to swatch some of the mattes. I am going to swatch Hail to the Pumpkin King, only because they said that this is a pigment, and I'll see if this stains my hand when I wipe it off. I am going to swatch Do Not Carve, which is the dark shade that I used all over the lid. And I am going to swatch a couple that I did not use on my lid, and that is Midnight Mist, which is a turquoise color shade, and then Moon Magic, which looks like a true taupe shade to me. So those are some of the matte shades. Also, you can see how well the mattes perform in swatches. They do very well on the eyes as dark shadow. Do Not Carve, I did have a little bit of a hard time trying to blend that out. I don't know if that's just the nature of that color because it's so dark, but not mad at it whatsoever. I do like this palette. I think that this palette is definitely a Halloween palette, but you can pull some shades out of it to use any time of the year. There is a decent amount of what I can call neutrals. This, and this is definitely a cool tone neutral eyeshadow look that you can use for work. I would definitely use that in the inner corner for a pop-up color. Hail to the Pumpkin King. I mean, am I right? Yeah, Hail to the Pumpkin King right here, which is upside down, sorry. I would try to use as a lid color. It might stain, and I go into it knowing that, but I would try to use it anyway. So in swiping the shades off my hands, I don't know if it because it wasn't on my hand long enough, but Hail to the Pumpkin King did not stain my hand at all. Take that with a grain of salt because it stayed on there for like 30 seconds. That is it, you all. This palette, like I said, is still available. You wipe it off, I'm getting like shadow all over everything. This palette is still available on the Give Me Glow website, and it is $45, which I think is really a good price considering the size of these eyeshadows. You get 35 grams of eyeshadow, or 1.23 ounces of eyeshadow in this palette. And like I said, these pans are huge. I don't think you will ever go through them. But yeah, that is that. The Haunted Pumpkin. This is going to go with my eyeshadow palette, my Halloween eyeshadow collection. Although I could be slick and try to slide it into my Christmas eyeshadows too, because it came out on Black Friday, but whatever. That is it, you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I have a video coming out. Have a great day, and may your day be as flawless as your makeup. Bye.